Loading heavy items near the axle of your caravan will make the towing experience much smoother and safer. This advice is nothing new, but now Bailey of Bristol has teamed up with the University of Bath to prove it. Today Caravan Times is going to be meeting the man behind this exciting new experiment. Joined now by Dr Jos Darling of the University of Bath. So Jos, can you tell us a bit about this towing simulator you've built here? How does it work?
Okay, well what we've got is a scale 1 to 10 car and caravan, and we're able to move the weights around on the caravan to simulate what you might do if you're loading the caravan to go away on holiday. Now in fact most caravans are built pretty well really, and the important thing is that you get all the heavy bits and near the axle in the middle. But obviously as a user you've got some responsibility as well in terms of where you put your food and all the awning and the heavy bits. And what we can show on the simulator is the effect of moving around the heavy bits and the influence it has on high-speed stability. The problem you've got is that as the caravan goes quicker and quicker, the thing becomes a bit twitchy and can go unstable. And obviously that's what you want to avoid. And if you can take attention or take care in terms of where you put your load, what you'll find is that the vehicle is much better handling and much more stable at speed. And that's what we can show just on this simple model.
So how long have you been working with Bailey on this model and the experiments you've been doing with them?
Wow, gosh. We've been working with Bailey's about 15 years, I think. We started off with a Romanian postgrad, and he had some money to come to the university, and we wanted to come up with a project. And I thought, well, what perhaps is worth looking at? And we, at that stage, did some computer simulation of caravans being towed by cars, and we built a rather crude rig at that stage and showed the business of snaking. And then we've gone on from there to a bit of aerodynamics. We've looked at suspension design. We helped out with some of the Alutech stuff in terms of the structural strength of the vehicle. So we've had a good relationship with Bailey's for many years, partly sponsored by government, in fact. There are various schemes which can help out companies and they're linked with universities. And that's been great for us, and hopefully it's worked out for them as well.
How many of your ideas have you seen Bailey have taken on board and incorporated into their new caravan design?
I mean, Alutech was really their design, but we certainly helped out. Some of the aerodynamic stuff they've picked up on some of their smaller vans. Certainly we've looked at the Alco devices in terms of their stabilising facility and tested those. So a number of bits and pieces have appeared in real life. It's not just blue sky.
Fantastic. Let's talk a little bit now about going back to the towing simulator and the kind of different speeds that you're experiencing on this thing. How does speed affect the kind of forces that you're demonstrating on this towing simulator? Right.
Well, in general, the faster you go, the more dodgy it is. And in reality, of course, most cars and caravan pairs, if they've chosen a caravan that's the right weight for the car, then really you should be pretty safe at normal driving conditions plus a bit. But if you do end up in trouble, and unfortunately there are accidents that take place, they tend to be on the way down a hill where you've picked up speed unexpectedly, you've gone beyond the speed limit, and all of a sudden things start to sway. And then of course you're in a bit of a pickle because you can't apply the brakes to slow the thing down because you might well jackknife. And equally, you can't accelerate out of the snake because then you're going quicker again, so that's worse. And the advice is to just lift off from the throttle and hope that things slow down in a gradual, controlled sort of manner. I mean, to be fair, accidents happen, but they are quite rare. Unfortunately, they make a bit of a splash because obviously on a motorway, it's not good news if you've got half of your holiday spread across the fast lane.